Hello my fellow gamers, welcome back to the channel. Elric here, and we are playing Foundation again today, still continuing our build in Santa Alicia, and the first thing I notice is more housing insufficiency. Not sure why we keep getting this, because I actually just added a whole nother residential area. Where are you working from? So you're right here. Yeah, we just added this house here. However, they're not in that house, so I'm not sure. Gotta try to figure out. Maybe we can actually get this just to go on up a level. Unfortunately, what we'll have to do is actually build an entire watch tower just for it. So I guess that's what we'll do. What I'll do, though, is try to maximize what it may do. We'll actually angle it out this way to make sure include it. But that way, if we do expand this this direction to the south of me, towards the bottom of the screen there, nothing else will have light fortification for other houses there as well. So we'll go ahead and do that. And that'll prevent me from having to buy a whole nother area and just add residential right through here for now. Make sure it's the same guy. Yeah, looks like it would be. So if we can get this house to level up right here, which it does need a little bit of beautification, not a problem. We've got the money for that real quick. Like I said, you just have to stay up on their needs here. Make sure everybody's happy and everything's going smoothly for them. In fact, this would be a good little spot to put one of these. I did that. Of course, I didn't actually do it. Alright. We'll do a crooked tree. Do a crooked tree right beside their house, right there. Alright, so yeah, once this watchtower is built right here, which they're actually already working on now, in fact, he's bringing the last two tools, should be able to get that house upgraded, and that'll help. Now, over in here, we do have plenty of room for people to work, or live, I mean. Not a problem there. And in fact, these should start leveling up once this is built. I didn't even click build on it last episode. Sorry about that, guys. Why is that just randomly sitting out in the open? Okay, I mean, not a bad problem. A lot of times when the sorry about that, when these houses upgrade, they move a little bit and your decorations look weird. No access to goods. Well, you have goods right here. Common clothes. In fact, that's where you're going. You walked right through the marketplace and didn't pick it up. Well, that's on you, my friend. So, once this is built... Yeah, we know the housing is insufficient because you're not happy because you don't have a house right here. Hang on a second. Once this gets completely built, there we are. And... may not have it in the patrol area either. Yeah, no, not quite. So, let's do that. That should add it right there. So we should see this going up just here in a second. Yeah, the patrol is actually going up. And now we have light fortification. If you notice, our guard climbed up here. And they climb back down. But it does keep it in the light fortification. Now we just got to wait for the patrollers to come through here and fill up that meter. And we should be in good shape. And we can actually add... I'm going to go ahead and put another patroller over here. Might as well. It's not going to hurt anything. That works. And do we have... Yes. We'll go ahead and pick up a few of these guys here. That way, if we need more patrollers or anything going in the future, we're good to go. And we're going to look at where we're going to put our tavern here in just a second. I just want to get this housing insufficient taken care of. Because once this starts upgrading, that should take care of that problem for sure. Yeah, there's no reason that 3 patrollers can't do this little small area right here. So, worst case scenario, we'll add another watchman. I don't think we would need that. We only have 2 watchtowers, so it would make no sense. Why is it still saying no access to goods? We have common clothes there, no problem. Well, it went away. So obviously, it's just taking them a second to get to those goods, and then once they get it, they're happy again. So almost there. Yep, something else got done. I would say that was the watchtower over here. Let's get that out of the way. Yes, right here. And immediately, yeah, these are already off to the races and upgrading. Excellent. So we got plenty of housing over here, even though it still says housing insufficient. It's literally right over here that they're not happy about. And it's right there. Just needs a little spot of patrolling, and it should upgrade. Yeah. And it's, who are you? Let's pause it for a second so I can catch him. You're a cheesemaker, and you're not happy. And they don't have service over here either. Yeah, I was afraid of that. I knew that was coming. We're probably going to have to get a church down on both sides of the village. Really want to do the tavern first, though, but I may have to do the couple of churches really quick. If we do a church, it's going to be something small on both sides because we don't need a large church for these areas. Where could we put one if we decide to do that? I want to just stick it in here, though. I mean, you know, like I said, I've been kind of careful trying to keep the whole village looking really nice. So I'd kind of like to keep it where everything at least makes sense still. We'll figure it out here in a moment. Still says housing insufficient. That went away. Really struggling to get... Okay, so this is upgrading. Okay, the cheesemaker's in there now, so this may... Yep, here they come. Both cheesemakers, the patrollers. Excellent. So now we should be okay. We should not see that pop in anymore. And these guys are building in. Cool. All right. So we'll think about a church in a little bit. I'm not stressing it right now. So where would we like to put the tavern? Once again, I'm still kind of up in the air about this. Like I said, it might make sense to kind of put it right in here and back it up a little bit right through here. However, like I said, if we, when we were looking at it, it looks like the tavern actually holds quite a bit of stuff. I mean, it wouldn't be the Great Hall, that's here, but it would hold the public lounge, a service counter, and the brewery. That's quite a few buildings, and we will have the option shortly. Actually, we could do it now. Might as well go ahead and do it to open up the inn, and that's actually part of it as well. So this area right here is not going to be big enough for that. Kind of blocked myself in where I don't have room for it here in the town center. I didn't even think about a tavern. That kind of stinks, guys. Short of bringing it right over here. If we would do a bridge across and put it right here, it would look neat. But that's quite a distance for, not really for these guys or these guys so much, but this group over here, that's a good walk for them. Maybe? I think we're actually using this right through here, though, for... Yes, this is wood cutting. So, we don't want to do that. Alright, we're just going to have to pick somewhere to go with this. Oh. Wish you could just escape and kind of get rid of that. But I mean, if, it is... Treasury's full again, guys. Wow. It's just going to have to be full because I have nowhere to go with it. What is all this? Why are we not... It says light fortification. Okay, hang on. So I guess let's get another watchman, another patroller. That should clear that out, I would hope. Because these do not need to downgrade. There's no reason that these are not in fortification. Yeah, it's showing right here. Hopefully we get somebody to climb that tower and get up there and resume. Okay. All right. Well, I mean, that's kind of crazy. But it works. We've still got 3 unemployed, so it's not that big a deal. It's just I was about to lose all those houses. I didn't want to do that. All right. I think we've got all that squared away now. I'm thinking, guys, we're just going to put our tavern up here, like right through here. And if nothing else, maybe we'll continue to buy and just put the castle back here as well. Because this actually does look like it's a little bit flatter spot. We could put the castle back in this area. I think that'll work. And have our tavern kind of set in front of it, off to the side right through here. And maybe like do the tavern over here and do our inn right through here. I mean, you know, it's not really in the town center. But actually, you know, if you look at the map, this is what's interesting. You're looking at right here, and we're planning on expanding over to this direction, over through here. It actually would end up being more of a center location for the entire town. You know, well, I would call it almost a county at that point in time. All right, so yeah, that's what we're going to do. We're going to go ahead, and somehow we're down to 114 tendency. That's kind of fluctuating quite a bit. I don't know. We may have to look at that shortly. So we'll have to buy both of these in order to get the tavern and the inn in. Unless we just buy this area and put them both on one side. I don't think so, though. It just doesn't look flat enough to put both. Might put the inn over here. I think that would be kind of neat. Kind of have an inn overlooking this almost like lake area. So we'll buy this first and put the tavern on this side. Which, unfortunately, that means we've got to go in here and do some resource removal. That's fine. I don't mind doing that real quick. It's stone, so I'm not worried about that. Ah, yes, villager's path is blocked. Whoa, 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 what's going on? Okay, what? Alright guys, I guess this is a this is a bug where they can't get to it, it's just automatically removing well. Okay, well I'm just gonna let it go now at this point in time because it's already pretty much removed everything. I would assume because their path is blocked, it's bugging out and going ahead and removing these. I was getting ready to build a bridge so they could get over there and do that. That's alright. It'll be what it'll be. It's not something I planned. Alright, so I think I'm going to take the bridge from right here. That kind of makes sense instead of kind of encroaching on these houses. We'll come from here across this way, right here. Just kind of looks better that way, I do believe. That's bridges. Once again, I'm going to do a stone bridge. Especially heading over to the castle. I think that actually makes more sense. So we'll go from here. Do we like it like that? Or maybe keep it a little bit straight? I kind of like angling it a little bit. Okay, it went away. I don't know why. I've had to do that a few times now. I'm going to bring it over to here. Alright, and I want to move... Well, that does that side. I want to move this side. And like that. Let me see how that looks. Actually, you don't even need to be that far back. Like right there. Like that. Do we want it? No, I don't want it that high. I think that works. I mean, they're going to have to climb a hill to get up here. Yeah, this isn't as flat as I was hoping it would be. So we might be putting our tavern right here. That kind of makes sense. Put it here. And then, like I said, I might bring the inn up here. I think that'll work. But the tavern will go right here. All right, let's get this built. It's going to be 70 stone, 12 polished. Okay, that works. I'm cool with that. And while they're building that, let's take it real quick and look over all of our foodstuffs. Okay, everything looks fine. I think we're okay. Still sitting at 177. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and plan out where we want the tavern. I'm thinking right through here because it's a little bit flatter. This isn't exactly flat right through there. So I'm thinking like literally right here, kind of in the center of this whole area. Maybe literally right here. And then we'll put the inn up over here. That works. So let's go in here and grab this next monument. Our tavern. Okay, we need this to welcome the patrons. Sells tavern resources. So this would be probably where you sell your beer and such at. And of course, this is the brewery. I would think that could actually be a separate building. So yeah, we'll go ahead and do this. Let's get the public lounge in to start with. All right, we've got a thatch cabin, thatched hall, just some nooks and such. I did go ahead and open up. Let me make sure before we start this. It's a city market. That's something completely different that we'll get later on. Yeah, we need 150 on the labor splendor. Well, building the tavern will help with that. So we have all the decorations for the tavern. That's all. That's what I was making sure, because that way we can build it the way we want initially and not have to come back to it unless we decide to do a little bit of upgrade later on. So I'm definitely going to do the thatched hall to start with. And I'm thinking, okay, let's check. So the castle will be back over here. So yeah, thinking of making it a long ways right about here. That looks pretty good. And we'll determine what size we want it to be as far as tallness and such. Thatch cabin, what's that look like? That's kind of neat. Doesn't look like it's trying to center on that, as though it's like, you notice it's like at an angle. Okay, it's kind of interesting. I don't know if I like that. Try this. Maybe put them side by side, kind of make it like a big lodge. Now see, yeah, where it's not level, it's just not lining up the way I'd like. Maybe do this, and like, actually I'd rather have it on this side, and what we'll do instead of doing the snap to, we'll make it our own. That way I can angle it a little bit so it looks straight. Let's see if we can get head on here. Like that. Yeah, that don't look too bad. And let's see. Now we do have to add our serving counter in here as well. So what I might do is go in here and do that real quick. Service counter. Probably put that in a nuke, maybe on the back side here. We'll see if we can get this snap to correctly. Refined nook? Yeah, the refined nook. I wish they all had the same, because we don't have a refined roof on these particular like halls and such. So we might put it there though. I mean, it looks fine. That's going to be our service counter, and we'll leave it that height, and we'll make this taller. So we'll go back to the public lounge here. Just make it a little bit taller so it looks right. There you go. That don't look too bad. And in doing that, we'll raise this up maybe right there. Okay. So there's part of our tavern so far. What else would we like to do to this? Let's give it a really nice entrance here. Yeah, I'm thinking right there in the front. That looks really cool. And what we got over here? We've got a balconies. Kind of cool. Bay window. Oh, that's neat. I like that. Maybe put that over here. Does that look... That's not ideal because it's wider than that. So let's... Oh, okay. No, we're not flying. Let's see. I guess we could put it on this side. Yeah, I like that. That looks kind of neat. Okay, we'll leave that there. And it is straight. What's these? Would that probably go up? Oh, look at this. Awesome. So we definitely want one on this side as well. Cool. Yeah, it's going to take some supplies, guys. But if you notice, it does take our labor splendor up an extra 14. It's a 9 on the maintenance, so we'll have to keep an eye on that. Make sure we don't go too far with it. That's bay windows. We've done that. What's this? I would assume. Yeah, it looks like maybe. Okay, that works. Yeah, cool. Why not? Look at this. You could do a footbridge. Like, I mean, I guess come across. Oh, that I could really get into some craziness with this. For now, though, I'm not going to get too crazy. We may make a larger tavern later on because I do like all of these different things that we can do with it. See what the small balcony looks like. Can we put that right there? And what's that? This is up back on the back side here. Does that look right? No. You'd have to make this taller as well. So yeah, we're going to scrap that idea for now. I'm actually kind of happy with the way it already looks. I do want one thing though. I'm going to bring some seating out here in the front. Just to make it look really cool. I haven't had any, well, I had that. I'm not really worried about that one right now. We'll go look at it here in a second if we need to. Like that. Put a wooden pole out here. Put this on it maybe? Yeah, cool. Look at this here. Let's see. Elegant metal pole. Why not? Let's, where'd that go? Cool. And then put the banner on it. Oh, that's awesome. Hey, this is looking really nice, guys. I'm liking this. Probably get a chimney. Heavy chimney. Covered chimney? Yeah, that looks pretty cool. All right, let's make sure we have everything, because we only needed a room and a door for that. Let's go here, and we have everything here as well. I'm going to put a small chimney back here, because I feel like, if you're back here serving, you'd probably want a little chimney there as well. We don't even have the brewery in here yet. Like I said, that's probably going to be a separate building. Yeah, it literally has the same stuff to build on. We might actually just bring that right over here. Of course, we can actually sell beer in here for now. That's where the beer is going to be going. I think I'm just going to build this, and let's scrap this for now. I didn't build anything. Build all. And there you go. The bridge is done. Looks pretty decent. It kind of leads out through here in between these two tall buildings coming out towards our tavern. Awesome. All right. And our money's staying stable. And the foodstuffs are looking pretty good. Everything looks fine so far. I mean, we've got some storage full over here. We're running into that occasionally, but I'm not really stressing it. And everything else is running good. I did see the one notification pop up while we were building that a house might be ready to downgrade, but it hasn't come back, so I'm not stressing it right now. These houses all look pretty good. Plenty of places for people to live now. Excellent. And now we're going to have our tavern. Oh. Okay. That's a graphical glitch as they build over here. But they're bringing stuff over, so that's fine. It'll go away shortly. Not stressing that. And that'll give us our tavern. And like I said, then we can actually look to start selling beer, which will be some of the entertainment. We'll get the berry brewery in, because we definitely have plenty of berries to do that. We have 609 right now. And we can always put down more gatherers if we need to, because there's plenty of places that have berries right now. We have a population of 182, happiness of 83, which, people start getting that beer, they're going to be happy. We won't have to worry about that. Yeah. Go ahead and grab. Might as well grab these guys. I think we'll need them. Should we put a small residential area maybe right through here? Because we're going to put the inn up here. Do we actually own that area just yet? No, we don't. So we'll probably need a little residential area over here for our tavern workers and such. Because this is a little bit further away. And in fact, I'm pretty sure... Yeah, that house isn't even upgraded yet. That's the granary. Doesn't have a patrol area. I could probably just bring some patrols in there and it would upgrade those. Because I don't know if I want houses over here, to be honest. I mean, I'm thinking just make this whole area like, you know, you have your tavern, the brewery, and then we'll have an inn over here for visitors. I would assume that's what it's going to be for. And then on up the hill, eventually, we'll build our castle. Which actually probably will not be too far off because, I mean, looking down our progression line, things that we haven't built just yet, you know, we're looking at the drawer, the cooperage. I mean, I'm not kind of ready to kind of really tackle those just yet. Yeah, we're okay. We are at our cap on gold coins, so I'm going to go ahead and just open one of those up for now. Actually, I'll go ahead and just do both of them. Might as well, because it'll still leave us 800 coins. We're just fine. And they're open, you know. We've actually opened up that entire tech tree, basically, that progression there. So it's not something we have to worry about. Let's go ahead and do a little bit of patrolling on these other houses that do not have it just yet. So maybe they will upgrade as well. Just bring it right through here. Might as well. And I think that's pretty much all of my houses now are covered. Oh, maybe not this one. Okay, that should be all the houses covered, as far as I can tell. May even have some overlap there. It's starting to get really cramped. I wish there was a way I could just look at this one particular area, you know, with the zone, basically, instead of everything showing up. Because it's getting a little difficult to tell what's what. But it's okay for now. Maybe it's something that they'll improve on later on. Because unfortunately, I don't think we can actually see just separate areas. This is coming together really nice. I'm liking this, guys. It's saying we don't have cloth. I know we should have cloth, right? Yeah, there's 4 cloth right there. And that's just what's in storage, so I'm not sure. There's 5. Okay. Go grab it, guys. Bring it on over. Oh, this person says, I'm going to go ahead and start eating right now. And there's not even anybody in here yet. Tavernier. It's going to be good for a commoner. Yeah, we've got some unemployed. Let's go ahead and put one in there, guys. Yeah, she can come on over and start working. Well, once I get the door in. It's looking nice. I kind of like it. I mean, it is kind of centralized, you know, between the areas. These guys do have a little bit further to go. Like I said, if it looks like they're not getting the entertainment they need, maybe we can put a small tavern in right here. It doesn't have to be as big and fancy as this one. How's this church holding up? See, it's not even getting a full weekly attendance. I guess maybe I'll leave that open and see, because it's just the second day of the week. Once it gets closer to the end of the week, we'll see if that attendance gets up there around 90. It's at 40 now. If that holds, it definitely isn't big enough and good enough for the entire town. So, you know, because we actually are getting a little bit bigger now. I might grab this guy here just because, you know, we're going to need him as we continue to build up here. Because I would assume there's probably going to be like an innkeeper or such when we actually do build the inn. And like I said, I think I actually am literally going to put it right here. and just kind of have it, the backside overlooking this. Maybe if it has the balconies and such, maybe put a balcony overlooking the little lake here. Because I might even come right in here and angle it directly over this lake. I don't know. I just, for aesthetics. This is kind of neat, though. You have this tavern. People come in, they're wanting to sit outside and get a little something to drink, a little something to eat, whatever, overlooking the whole town. It's really cool. I like this. They're probably not liking this hill right here, but it's probably a little breather for, especially for some of the older folks in town, guys. All right, and make sure everything's running good. Yeah, it looks like we're doing fine. So I think what I'm going to do, we're sitting at 144 still, just fine. Going to go to 30 a month. Still 100 cost up front, but that's not a problem. I'm going to go ahead and plot out where we're going to put our inn here. Because we have that, we have that, we have that. That's all. Well, we don't have the brewery yet. We know that's probably going to go right over here. I'm not stressing that just yet because we do have beer that can go in there for now. Yeah, it's the same buildings. Pretty cool. Yeah, we'll do the thatched hall. Kind of angle it. Let's see, I want to make sure. I do want it kind of overlooking the lake kind of here. I think it just looks really good. Hang on, we've got these popping in again. Looks like we don't have enough. Watch. Well, he popped in there. May have to add another one to wherever. Be right here. That makes no sense. I mean, this is a very, very small area. We already have 2 watchmen. There's no reason that should be popping up. I'm not stressing it. I mean, it's not. It's going away as soon as we get to it. So let's go down here, back here to the end here. Close that up. We're going to make this look really nice, though. Can we... I wish we could get those where they're level. Because I don't like the way it kind of sags down. It just doesn't look right. Alright, so maybe do a thatch cabin on this side as well. But not that direction. And once again, see it's at an angle that just doesn't look right. You know what? Could we actually... Because it's looking like I can actually maybe like do multiple buildings. That could be interesting. Why not? I mean, I think that would be kind of cool. Kind of have a centralized building right there and then have these 2 where people can, they'll have their own rooms over here. Make this a little bit bigger. Have this here. Almost like they are actually cabins that the people can come in and, stay in. Kind of cool. I mean, something unique. I mean, you can make one big inn or have a medium-sized inn right in the middle and then a couple of, maybe honeymoon suites or somebody wants to just come in and have privacy. So, yeah, we'll do that. Maybe even add another one as long as it doesn't get too far away. Yeah, too far there. Kind of like what we did with the manor house. Kind of do this. Have multiple... And then we'll, maybe put some nooks and such on here. We definitely want to make this one taller. We've already talked about that. I mean, not quite that tall. Because I want to see if we can get a balcony on the back side here. And see if I can get it to look right. Yeah, that don't look bad. And it's overlooking the lake here. Yeah, that's kind of cool. I like that. Cool. Yes. Nice. Okay, we'll do that. We'll do this little entrance here. And these guys will get smaller entrances. Oh, look at that. See, it's off center. Wow, that's irritating. Like that, maybe. We'll even maybe make this one a little bit rustic. And do the welcoming entrance on this one. Actually, we'll do this here and just bring it here. I just got to get them lined up so they're straight. Okay, and now we have 3 different cabins that go along with it. Let's make this one a little bit taller so it looks a little bit different than the others. Yeah. That's the one that's a little bit more expensive, guys. Yeah, this is coming together. I kind of like it. Now, I definitely want to come in here and grab these. I like these on the side of the tavern over there. So we're going to put these on this. Actually, let's see. How's this look? Okay, can I put this on and then put this underneath it? Does that work? Now it wants to go to the side. Well, I can do what I want because I can turn off the snap too. Now where'd it go? Wait a minute. It's not wanting to do what I want it to do now. So maybe I can't do what I want to do. Let's see. No, okay, now wait a minute. This is... What was I looking at before? It was what I was looking at, wasn't it? Yeah. Okay, so we'll do that. We'll turn off the snap 2, and then I'll move it over, and it disappeared. All right. Kind of center it. Now can I take it? I definitely want to take it up, guys. Can I do that? Yeah, it's not letting me move it vertically. Am I missing it? Yeah, it's just a cellar, guys. What is this? Okay, it just turns it 90 degrees. Okay, that kind of makes sense. I like that tool. But I can't move it vertically from here. And that stinks. Alright, let's try it one more time. Yeah, it wants to snap to the side and not in the center. Maybe if we pull this off. But let me grab this. Okay, now it's centered. Can I put this in the center? No, it wants to move to the side again. Okay. Take off the snap 2. Wow. That's frustrating. So those two can't occupy the same spot. Do I want to do it like that? Yeah, and I can't move that up at all. I mean, even... Let's try that one time here. We'll get rid of it, and we'll do this. Snap it here. Yeah, there's no verticality at all with that. Oh no, I might just leave it like that because that's actually kind of overlooking a little bit. I think it kind of looks neat. I don't know, it just doesn't... It's almost like it just doesn't balance right. Let's get rid of it. I'd rather have this up there. Okay. Give me just a second looking... Oh, our bread all of a sudden has gone way down. What's going on over here? Ooh, May have to expand our wheat fields over there a little bit. We'll look at that here in a minute. I'll just keep an eye on it from here. Everything else looks really good, but that... I mean, yeah, well, they've got tons of flour. Maybe we have to put in another bakery. Are all these guys commoners? Yes, I thought I'd already done that. Yeah, it might be something we have to look at, guys. We may have to come in and get another bakery in over there. Of course, that may balance out here in just a moment. Looks like our tavern's done. Kind of cool. No attendance just yet, but I don't think we have any beer in there just yet, so they're not going to come in. We'll get that taken care of here in a minute. Just wanting to get this done. The bay window. Maybe put... you know what? Let's put that on the side here. It doesn't... I wish it was a little bit smaller. You know, maybe they had a smaller version of it. Yeah, no. Ooh, wait a minute. I forgot about these footbridges. Okay. We're going to try something here. Let's see how these work. Now, I should be able to move that up because it would make sense. Okay, we're going to try this. Right, that's got to go away. And have this attach here, and of course we'll have to raise it up. Look at that. Oh, that's kind of neat. Sure, why not? I'm digging it. And then we'll put this here. And we could tuck that one in there. Look at that. That looks cool, guys. I like that. Now, of course, we'll have to have a little door over here as well. Try to match that door as well. Kind of have them looking similar. Oh, that's really awesome. And then we'll come back over here and we'll grab our little cabin and just put it kind of like this right here. Eventually, we'll probably do a little courtyard, kind of like what I'm wanting to do over there with the our actually manor as well. I was looking at this. That got to get that straight, otherwise it'll irritate me. There we are. Oh, let's see. Where's that at? Oh my goodness. I'm gonna have to. Yeah, it's the watchman right through here. We're gonna have to put somebody else in here. We already have 3 guys in here. Let's go ahead and do that. You know, no big deal. We had somebody unemployed. Yeah, that cleared it up. All right, so now this is going to be our inn. That looks really cool. Maybe, can I take this up one more and make it a little bit more even? Yeah, that looks cool. Got our tavern, and then we'll have our inn right up here. Just up from it, overlooking the lake. And you got the 2 bigger inns right here. And then you have this. Yeah, we'll put a little nook on the back of this. Might as well. That looks cool. That way, you've got the balcony on one side, but then you've got the nook over here. Actually, what I'd kind of like to do, can I do... Yeah, look at that. Okay. That way, you can come out here and set up over the cliff and take a look. Maybe we'll run a fence along here for protection here in a little bit. I'm not worried about that right now. That's getting a little in-depth, for now. But we're to the point now the game is kind of taking care of itself, so we're able to kind of do this a little bit here. However, I do notice our money is, starting to go low. So I have to keep an eye on that. But for now, I think we're okay. It's really on a hill there. Can I move? Nope, not the door. I want the whole building. Thank you. Maybe that'll work a little bit better. Yeah, that'll be fine. Okay, it went back up to 109. So we're okay. It's just not... I'm used to seeing 200 up there. All right, so let's get a little bit of decoration in here, and we'll call this done for now. I'll probably come back and actually work on it and just add more stuff to it because I'm really digging it. Yeah, we'll come over here. I'm thinking they'll come back here and just sit. This is more for aesthetics for me than actual functionality for the game. But why not? I'm really liking it. And this would be your signpost for the inn. So we'll swing that right here. And put that there. Looks cool. And we could actually add a stable. Actually, we'll come back to that. I'm not worried about that just yet. We've got all this in. That's looking really nice. Oh, gotta have some chimneys. Doesn't require it, but I'm going to put some in. Yeah, these go on the bottom because they're really big. Maybe we'll put one here just because I haven't used one. I want to see what it looks like. Because this is, of course, our more expensive cabin that they can rent. We'll put this on here. Nope, it's got to be on the ground. Well, actually, we could probably... Nope, can't really go there because you've got that right there, so... Covered chimney? We'll go on top. Yeah, that'll work. And we'll do the short chimneys on these little buildings here. It's going to take a lot of resources, guys, to do this. But, you know, this is our first kind of let's make a big building type idea. I've been kind of keeping things a little bit smaller up until this point. So I'm thinking, yeah, this will work. Looks pretty good. Everybody's got a chimney, got some decorations. 50 gold up front. We don't even have enough planks to do this just yet. Barely enough tools. The stone is not a problem. It's going to be the planks. It's really going to kind of hold us back on this. I'm building it anyway. It'll be fine. Okay. Hope you guys enjoyed that. That took a minute. I'm sorry, but I kind of enjoyed it. What we got here? Rustic food surplus. A mountain of food in your granary is always a reassuring sight. Such an abundance of nourishing wealth comforts your villagers, assuring them that the days ahead will likely involve being well fed. Very well. Okay. Yeah, these planks. I wonder why the planks are so low, because we're not... I mean, even the wood's low. Where's it going? Because nothing else is being built. I mean, they just got done with the tavern. Maybe they haven't built back from that. I don't know. So the beer... Yeah, we have 100 beer. And this is... Hops are full. Hops is full here, yeah, so... Go ahead and do that. And that. So now we should be able to store a little bit more. And how do we get the beer in here? Actually, I guess it would be the service counter we're looking at. Ah, sun resource. Ooh, so we could put beer in here, but we don't have enough to do a second, like service counter where we could put the berry brew in. Okay, so we may have to expand on the tavern at some point and add a secondary thing, but we're going to put our beer in here, and they should start bringing that over. It'll be fine. Once again, that's popping up. I don't know why. Okay, so we could skip the berry brewery for now. We'll get that in later. And let them focus on this, constructing this inn. It's going to take a while because, yeah, they're going to take every bit of the planks and every bit of the wood. It is a larger building. I kind of had a feeling that may happen. We could actually maybe upgrade this lumber camp a little bit to kind of help us out. Oh, we don't even have all the carpenters full over here, so let's do that. If nothing else, that'll get the planks moving a little bit more. Our wood is low, though, so we might look at doing that here in just a second as well. Come in here and not so much worried about the storage right this second. This adds 2 total workers. Might be about all we'll do. Maybe do that. We could do the stewing post, and that'll give us 3 more workers. Let's see, where would we like that? Maybe right about here. I don't want to overdo the area once again. So we'll do that. Apply changes. And what I'll do, I will actually click here and we'll make this a priority. Because we got to get this going to get the wood production and have our our sawmills working a little bit better so we can get this. Look at these guys. They're just rolling up here. Let's go get this inn built, guys. It's going to be a revenue source. I mean, I would assume we're going to make money off this. You know, if people are staying here, I'm hoping that we make money off of it. And these guys are coming in. Are we actually getting any attendance? Do we have beer in here just yet? Not yet. Go get our beer. Okay, she's transporting the beer now to the service counter. I would assume once she does that, we'll start getting some business in here, and that'll be kind of cool. Yeah, we're back up to 162 on our gold. Perfectly fine. And the bread is back to 207. I don't know why we had that big dip in both of those. Unless maybe we got hit with a couple of traders back to back really quick like that. I mean, I guess that's possible there. Labor Tier 4 open, guys. Here, what does that open for us? Tavern Kitchen. So that'll be something to add on to the tavern. We can actually tax our mines. Might look at that too. I don't have enough to open any of this up though. We do get our next labor privilege as well. And the city market. Stock and provide large amounts of resources for densely populated areas. Okay. And this is City Watchtower, City Wall, City Gatehouse. This will be for the heavy fortification, I would believe. Which, you know, we probably may actually do that over in some of these areas. Because that'll give us a high density building. You know, like we do have the medium density. We'll go down here, heavy fortification. We'll get our high density buildings. And we'll definitely be looking to do that shortly. There's always something to do. I mean, you know, that's why I hadn't even got to the actual castle yet. But I think doing the tavern was kind of neat. We actually have 2 in attendance. And that'll continue to grow as we get more and more beer in here. We actually have 20 in here, so she's doing her job. Excellent. 3. Yeah. It's going to bounce back and forth. And we can actually eligible for a new status, Citizen. So actually, let's pause it for just a second. I want to catch one of these guys. Rejoicing Tale. Service. Still not happy about the taxes. She's a serf. Where do we have a commoner that's visited? That's what. Oh, here we are. So they have their entertainment now. So this guy could actually go on up for 100 gold to Citizen. However, he is... What is he? He's got a beer. What's his workplace? Okay, so he's the brewer, which does require a citizen. Interesting. We might bump him up here in a moment. I got to make sure we have housing for citizens. Yeah, we have to have this level 3 here, which we actually have that in here with the paved roads. So maybe you have to pave some of this. Maybe just this main road right through here. We could do that. I'm going to let that inn build first, though. Because, like I said, it's going to take a little bit. Our wood is really low. Because they're just taking it as they make these planks. Did we get this built in yet? Just waiting on tools. 2 builders are bringing resources, so it should be the tools brought in. And once that's done, they should be able to finish this up. I think once we get that done, we'll get a cut in here. Make sure that this resource is building up and we can keep the wood flowing for our sawmills. Yeah, we'll get that done here in just a second once I get it brought over. Yeah, he's building this now. And here comes Metfried. This guy should get like Citizen of the Year because he's always rolling in with some, finishing up our builds and stuff. Whenever we've got a building that needs to be done, he's the last guy to come in and finish it up for us. Like I said, Citizen of the Year. Once again, we have a building over here. Oh, it needs to go down. It is what it is. They are irritating me. Look at this. This is coming up really nicely, guys. I'm liking it. Looks really awesome. Let me get this over here. We have 3 unemployed. Oh, wait, what's this here? Another missive. Some villagers think our treasury would benefit from new means of taxation. However, they remind you that taxing services will not make you very popular with the laborers. Let's tax the windmills. I've actually already done that, so we'll just click it. Build a tax office. Yeah, it's already through. You enacted a new tax for your village. While laborers don't like being taxed too much, it will certainly support your treasury. Yeah, I already did that, so that was kind of late coming in. That's fine. Nothing else. It just gave us a little bit of gold and such. I think it did. I think that was the reward for it. Well, looks like Metfried actually just brought our tools. He didn't finish up the build. Oh, well, I've got to strip him of that Citizen of the Year, guys. This will be Fredgigis, or whatever. Freddigis? I don't... Some weird names in this game, guys. I think it just kind of randomly puts letters together. And they're slowly getting this built now. Yeah, it's the wood and the planks we're waiting on. We have polished stone, because we have 102 of that, so that's not even what we're waiting on. It's going to be the wood. I kind of figured that, so it's fine. What are we looking at here? Have we finished? Okay, let's get a couple of guys, extra guys in here. They can start working on that, getting a little bit more wood flow. And still waiting on a builder. I don't know what Fred did, but he didn't finish it up. All right, guys, so we're going to go ahead and put a cut here. Video's gone on a little while. I hope you're enjoying the build so far. I hope you didn't mind me taking a few minutes to make this inn and this tavern a little bit more aesthetically pleasing. I kind of like the way they're turning out. I'm really enjoying that type of idea, you know, making things more beautiful. And we'll actually go in and probably do that throughout the entire build as we get more money and we're able to expand a little bit more. If you enjoyed the video, make sure you give it a thumbs up. It would help me out greatly because more people will get a chance to see the video. And if you're enjoying the actual playthrough and the channel and everything I'm doing here, go ahead and subscribe. I would appreciate that. And for the people who have actually already subscribed, thank you for doing that. Really appreciate that, guys. Helps me out tons. Anyway, until next time, guys, take care. Thank you for watching.